and welcome to On the Patio with Mr. D. Hey, you know, I've been asked over the last couple of years, asked a lot, if I had ever had the opportunity to test out the Advanced Elements Ultralite kayak, and that's the AE3022. And I've always told them, no, haven't had that opportunity. Well, that opportunity has afforded itself. The 3022 came here yesterday and it arrived. And I'm kind of really excited about it. And man, I tell you what, when they say ultralight, it is ultralight. It has the backpack straps where you can, you know, put it on like a backpack. And I had to test that because I ain't no spring chicken. And I put that thing on and I walked around, walked up to the corner and walked back, and nothing. I mean, it's like, it's not even having a rucksack on. I mean, it is really, really light. So I'm really impressed with that. One of the things we're going to do, this is going to be a two-part video, guys, a two-parter. The first part is going to be all the technical stuff and the setup stuff and all that kind of stuff and folding and all that. And we're going to do that right here on the patio. And then part two is going to be an on-water field test. And that's where I'm going to go out and test its performance, tracking, and all the things that we check. With every inflatable kayak I review, and it doesn't matter what the brand is, I do a pool test. Now, the reason I do a pool test is because I'm in gator-infested waters here in Florida, and there are gators like everywhere. Not every 5 feet or nothing like that, but they're everywhere. You're going to see them. And what I'd like to do is find out what the tip test is on any inflatable kayak that I'm testing out. So I do it in a pool. I did the same thing yesterday with the Ultralite. I got it all filled up and got it like I was going to put it on the water, and I put it into my pool. And then I do a tip test. And I mean, I rocked the heck out of it to see what its tip point's going to be. And I tell you what, I couldn't find one. I guess I could, but I didn't want to go any more than that. I mean, I was rocking the heck out of this thing, and it was really, really stable. So that gives me the confidence when I take it out on these Florida waters that there won't be a problem as far as this thing flipping. Now, I do this on every kayak review that I do. I had another brand that I was doing a review on. In fact, I didn't even finish that review because it was that bad. It failed 3 times. It dumped me out of the water. As soon as I got into the boat, it just threw me over. And I said, nope, 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 that thing's out of here. And I called the manufacturer, I sent it back to him and told him no thank you. I've never had that problem with an AE kayak, and I'll tell you what, I'm sold on the Advanced Elements inflatable line. Absolutely sold. So anyway, so what we're going to do now, guys, is talk about the specifications of this particular craft. All right, again, it's the AE3022G, and the G stands for green. The last letter in all the AE kayaks is the color, if there's a last letter in it. And like R for red, O for orange, G for green, that's what that all means. Now, this particular craft is a 2021. It's brand spanky new, because you can check that on your hull plate on the side of your aircraft. The last 2 digits is the year it was manufactured, just FYI. So anyway, the specifications of this craft, it is 17.5 pounds at 10 feet 5 inches long. It has a max capacity of 225 pounds. That's loaded or just personal loan. You want to go over that, might get in trouble out there. So keep that in mind. There's only 2 main chambers in this boat. In fact, there's only 2 chambers in the entire craft. Now, there are no deck lifts in this craft. And how they took care of that is they use a center pole and a deck lift rod, or it's got a notch in it where the deck pole sits inside. You'll see it when we're setting it up. That's really cool. I saw that and I said, wow, that makes it easy in, easy out. It's not hanging down or anything like that. It'll support a deck bag well. Now, it also comes with front and rear rigging, which is something that is really cool. 3-inch fin, standard, and lightweight, unbelievably light. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to stop chatting about this, and we're going to get over there and start putting this thing together. So, hey, we'll be back in a bit. Well, hey, guys, here we go. This is, I mean, look how light this is. Comes with the backpack strap so you can put it up on your back. And so as you can see, guys, the back strap and packing system on this, it just sets up like that, just like downtown. Okay, so what we're going to do now, guys, go ahead and see what's in here, and I'll talk to you about each item as I pull it out. First of all, it comes with this really cool seat. It looks like about 1.5 inches thickness on the pad here. So we'll just set this off to the side for right now, but it does have your repair kit back here and your mounting strap buckle clips at this end. It does come with its own foot bag, and that's inflate, push it to the front. You'll see that as we do the inflation process. This is your center deck pole, and this is your deck riser bar. Now what happens is we put that in, you can see it's notched. It sits in there like that, and we'll see that also in the inflation process. So let's get this beautiful thing all unfolded. Now again, it's 10.5 feet long. So we're gonna get this thing ready for inflation. Now it has a foam floor and it's already in here. I could easily pull this out for you. All right, so what we're gonna do now, guys, is just put the floor in. It comes with the floor normally inside. So, but basically, while the boat's deflated, slide it underneath the gray bags, and I turn it into a taco shape and put it in the rear. And get it all centered up best you can. There you go. Now this craft comes with 2 military spring valves. You can see them here. One on each side. All right, what you want to do is put your finger in counterclockwise, push down and twist. And you see it pop up. Same thing on the other side. Now the inflation process for this particular craft is really, really straightforward and simple. What you want to do is get a partial fill on both bladders to be able to put your deck pole in and your deck riser and get that all in. And we're going to do this using the Advanced Elements dual action pump. So the first thing you got to do, guys, is go ahead and screw that onto the valve. And again, make sure your valves are in the upright position. See, I'm kind of checking it. Now what I want to do is just get this just so where it takes shape. There, it's starting to take shape on this side. I'm going to stop. And I'm going to the other side and do the same thing. Now I'm going to stop right here for now and put the deck riser and the center deck pole in. So what we're going to do now, guys, is go ahead and insert the center deck pole. There's a sleeve for it. You just insert it in its little pocket, push it all the way forward. Now we're going to put the deck riser in. There's sleeves on each side of the main chamber. Get that in, make sure it's seated all the way down. And do the other one. And this is why you don't do it when it's fully inflated, because you can't get this in. There we go. Now, where the notch is, place the center pole right where the notch is. And now, we are ready to finish inflating this craft. So what we're going to do now, guys, is go ahead and finish the inflation process here. I'm going to bring the each chamber up to 2 psi. That's your max. And then make sure everything shapes correctly. Now this is held in by Velcro straps to keep your alignment right. I'm just checking my floor here, making sure everything is aligned. It is. Okay. Now we're going to finish it up. Okay, one chamber is done. Put the screw cap back on, then finish up the other one. And we'll be ready to put the seat in and the front footrest. Checking the floor. Checking the deck riser. There we go. Now that's straight up and down, sitting in the notch. What we're going to do now is put the footrest in. You can see how it tapers. So it goes in like this, and then just push it forward. All right, guys, the next part's the seat. Just insert it in, push it down underneath the main chambers, and then click it into its respective buckles, and then adjust for your seating. So there you have it, guys. There is the total inflation process and assembly of the AE3022G, the Ultralite. Now it does have some pretty decent storage, as you can see here. Pretty nice. It's got a little bit of storage back here. You can put your stuff. I think it's going to be a real fun boat. We'll find out here shortly. Well, there you go, guys. There she is, all ready to go. I put the deck bag on because I will be carrying cameras on this particular test. So the deck bag is attached up front. Now it does come with the paddle holders, 2 Velcro up on each end there, so you can hold your paddle in place, which is really cool. Being this is a solo boat, you only need 1 set. And it has the D-rings for deck bag forward and aft, or whatever you want to do. But I'm real excited about getting this in the water. So we'll be back in a bit for the disassembly. All right, guys, we are about ready to do the disassembly and fold process. Just unbuckle your seat, take it out like that. Now, again, you only have 2 valves here, guys. You can't pull out your deck riser at this time because it is just too tight. So you can take that out once you get the boat deflated. Again, using the same process, lock them into the deflate mode. And let her deflate down. Pull out your footrest. Start deflating that. Okay. Now you can pull out your center deck pole and your deck riser. Pretty simple to do. Just set these off to the side for now. Now I'm going to stretch this out a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now to fold this thing is just like the Sport. There is absolutely no difference. Pull out your stiffeners. Like that. Now what I can do, I'll kind of grab the chamber, grab this seam, and lift it up over the top. Now you can deflate this if you want to. I force deflate them, and it works really well. Depends on what pump I have out with me, but all I'm going to do is just force the air out of it by pushing down. Now the floor is still in there. And I'm just forcing the air out. I'm going to go over here to the end of this landing plate, right here, fold over and push. That's forcing the air out. Now, just before the fin, now I'm going to grab both ends here and push down. Now you can see the advantage of having it deflated heavily by the pump first, but it doesn't take but a couple of seconds and it's done. Okay, now we're just going to fold it over. Okay, this is where I force out the balance of the air. All the air is gone. Now we just got to do is bag it. Okay, to bag it's pretty simple. I always take the 2 ends or the wide end first with the 2 folds and insert that in the bag like this. Then go over to the other side, making sure we have a good fold. Okay, she's ready to be bagged up now. I just flip it like this. Take your inserts, stick them into the folds. And this is where you put away your footrest too. You can see I've got everything ready to go. And I put it right in the fold. Let's go right here. Okay, you want to grab your seat. The seat is in. deck riser, center pole. I'm going to put my paddles right on top. And then there you have it, guys. This is the full, complete assembly, disassembly process. And also the ability to put your 4-part paddle inside this bag. So the only thing you'd really be carrying is your dual action pump with gauge. And the rest you can carry it on your back. So you're good to go.